Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. I present a bill titled Liquor Legislation Amendment, Repeal of Minimum Pricing Bill 2024, Serial 10, and table the explanatory statement. Mr Deputy Speaker, I move that the bill be read a first time. I present a bill titled the Liquor Legislation Amendment, Repeal of Minimum Pricing Bill 2024. The minimum unit price was introduced in 2018 by the former government as part of the recommendations from the Alcohol Policies and Legislation Review. The review, conducted by the former Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, Trevor Riley KC, made 220 recommendations to reduce alcohol-related harm in the Territory, and it's generally referred to as the Riley Review. Mr Deputy Speaker, the purpose of this bill is to repeal Part 5 from the Liquor Act 2019 and amend the Liquor Regulations 2019, removing provisions that deal with the MUP. This bill removes the definition of minimum sale price and sale price from Section 4 of the Act. The definition standard drink is also amended to update the cross-reference from Section 117 to Section 5A. The bill repeals Section 104 of the Act from Part 4, Division 3, that operationalises the minimum unit price, and also amends numerous provisions under the liquor regulations, including Schedule 6, to remove the penalty provision relating to offences in the minimum unit price. Mr Deputy Speaker, we are introducing this bill to remove the minimum unit price to help reduce the cost of living, support communities and rebuild the economy. To address the MUP's failure as a blunt, ineffective tool to tackle the complexity of alcohol-related harm in the Northern Territory, and to align with evidence-based, community-driven solutions rather than ideological, untested policies implemented by the former Labor government. The minimum unit price, also known as the minimum floor price, set a minimum price of $1.30 per standard drink for low-cost alcohol products. It was aimed at increasing the cost of low-priced liquor, ensuring that alcohol was not sold below a certain price. It was intended to target heavy drinkers while sparing moderate drinkers, a goal it completely failed to achieve. Mr Deputy Speaker, the 2022 evaluation into the effectiveness of the minimum unit price found that the sale of cask wines was lower than before the introduction of the minimum unit price, leading to a small reduction in total alcohol consumption. However, wholesale data found that drinkers had shifted to other products, finding a 17% rise in standard spirits consumption and a 36% rise in mixed spirits consumption. And while the MUP may have reduced the sales of lower alcohol content products, the data shows that drinkers have simply moved to higher alcohol content spirits. The MUP has delivered no measurable benefits. Alcohol-related assaults have increased by 38% over the past 8 years under Labor. Alcohol-related emergency presentations have increased over the past 5 years. The MUP punishes the majority for the actions of a few. All Territorians have been forced to pay higher prices at the bottle shops without seeing any reduction in alcohol-related harm in their communities. Mr Deputy Speaker, the Northern Territory is the only jurisdiction in Australia using a minimum unit price as an alcohol reduction strategy because it simply does not work. Internationally, its effectiveness also remains questionable. Scotland, one of the few places trialling the policy, has just recorded its highest alcohol-related deaths in 15 years, and there seems little appetite in Canada, with only a few regions using the strategy. Mr Deputy Speaker, price is not a barrier for those determined to access alcohol. In Wadair, the black market price for a Bundaberg rum has soared to $500 a bottle today, and it reached its high of $1,200 at its peak. This contrasts against the area's median weekly household income of $1,096, as reported by the Australian Bureau of Statistics. Mr Deputy Speaker, for a long time, the CLP has said that if elected, we would scrap the minimum floor price. Territorians are right. The floor price on alcohol only aims to punishing responsible Territorians who do the right thing. Most Territorians can and should be able to have a beer at the pub with their mates or share a bottle of wine over dinner for special occasions, because that's part of the Territory lifestyle, and governments should not get in the way and not say that this is wrong. The focus should be, and is under our new government, on the demand of alcohol. The previous government spent too long only focusing on the supply. Scrapping the minimum floor price is a direct action to shift the focus. This change in legislation is the line in the sand which demonstrates that we won't settle for the status quo, and we won't keep doing the same thing that has been done over the last 8 years. We are changing things because we are delivering on our promise to reduce crime, rebuild the economy and restore our lifestyle. Mr Deputy Speaker, I'm pleased to commend this bill to honourable members and table a copy of the explanatory statement.
Thank you, Minister. The question is that the bill be read a first time. Those of the opinion say aye. To the contrary, no.
Aye.
Mr Deputy Speaker, I move that the debate be adjourned.